So what have I been up to? Oh, just playing some Pico-8 on my Steam Deck. How did I get that to happen? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, hello there, real gamers, and all you gatekeepers out there as well. Retro Rob here, and welcome to Retro Rob Plays Everything. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been playing Pico-8 games quite a bit. I've been playing them on my Mac, on my RG351, and pretty much, well, everything. I've got a Linux box that does it. But up until now, I haven't been playing it on my deck, and I thought, you know, it really shouldn't be too hard to get the Pico-8 onto the Steam Deck. And guess what? It is super simple. So I'm going to go through the steps with you. By the way, there's a number of ways you can do it. You can do it through Proton. You could do it outside of Proton, which is what I'm doing. You could basically come up with a number of different ways to do this exact same thing. This is just the way I did it. Have any improvements? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's get going.
Rate, comment, and subscribe or I will go Skynet on your ass.
Alright folks, let's get going with adding the Pico-8 to the Steam Deck. Note that I have a keyboard and a mouse that I'm using in this video, but you don't need to do that. That's not a necessity. When I first did this, I did it all with the Steam Deck itself, so it's definitely possible to do it. First things first, we're going to switch into desktop mode. And switch to desktop. There we go. Hey, it's going to take a second. Come on, come on. By second, I mean it feels like forever. Anyway, first things first, you're going to want to go into your browser and you're going to want to download the Pico-8. The other thing I'd recommend is typing in Pico-8 and then doing a graphic search, an image search, and just download something that looks like you might want to have it as the background for Steam. And you'll just want to, right click and save it. So you want to do that as well. I'm going to assume that you have the ability to do that on your own, but hey, right click, save image as. Okay, it's pretty much that easy. At first, you're going to download everything into your downloads folder. Again, remember that Pico-8 is a paid-for product, so you'll have to pay for it. You're going to want to get the Linux edition, AMD 64. Here's the one I picked, by the way. Oh, background that I picked, by the way. And first things first, we're going to right-click, and we are going to extract it. And then I'm going to auto-detect. Cut it out. I'm going to auto-detect the subfolder. There we go. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this guy right into here and copy here. Go. And then I'm going to take this folder and I'm going to drag it into my home folder. Now note, if you are a fan of using Etsy as your folder, or Etsy or var, if you're that kind of crazy guy, hey, go ahead. You can drag it into there because you can point it wherever you want once it's in Steam. But anyway, here we go. We've got a Pico-8 folder under my home. I do it because I know that I always have rights to it. That's the only reason why I put it there. So I'm a Linux guy, so that's just kind of the way I like to do things. Anyway, mumble on. Mumble on. We're going to start up Steam now. Get that going. This has to be done from the desktop edition of Steam, which is on your Steam Deck, of course, when you're in desktop mode. So no worries. And the first thing I am going to do is I am going to add a game. To add a non-Steam game to my library. And it will likely not show up in here. So I'm going to browse. And right here, I'm going to switch to user. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to go home. And then I'm going to go into deck. And you're going to scroll down. Notice how it looks like Look at all this stuff that wasn't there. It looks like it's not the same folder, but it is because it's showing you hidden stuff. Anyway, here we go. There's my Pico-8. And switch from applications.desktop to all files. And look for that Pico-8 right there. See it? And I'm going to open it. And add selected games or selected programs. And now you should be able to find it in your library. So let's go to Pico. And there it is. Go take a look at it. Not very exciting. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set custom background. And same place. What am I doing? There we go. Home. Should have just done deck there. Home/deck. It already had it. And then I'm going to go into Pico-8 folder. And I'm going to pick that one that I made. I think I called it Pico back. There we go. And some other things you might want to do. I don't really like the way this looks, so we can go to properties and we can go Pico-8. You're going to run into something super important soon, so hang in there. And then I'm going to use their PNG as the backdrop. So there, see, now this looks all nice. Other important thing to do is launch options, and you want to put 2 launch options. Hey all, Future Rob here, and I'm going to save you a bunch of time because in the original recording I went on a rant about my keyboard, etc. Here's what you need to do. Just type -explore, which sets the Pico-8 into Explore mode so that you don't have to type that when you start it, and then full screen. And that's so it doesn't open up in the background on your Steam Deck. Okay, let's go on. There we go. We got it all, I think. Look again, go to properties, see, yep, corrected everything. Everything's hanging out, good. Hey, Future Rob here with one more thing, because I've always got that one more thing. But I'm going to go into Steam here and show you something. Notice how it's got kind of this boring gray. Yeah, that's kind of lame. By the way, if it's your first time, you might need to search by name and search for Pico-8. But anyway, yeah, this is boring, so you can change this. You go to Manage, and then you can go to Set Custom Artwork, and then go to Home Deck. Make sure you're in there, and then go to Pico-8. And I had this Pico back that I set, but you can set it to whatever you want. There we go. Much better, right? All right, ready? Return to gaming mode. Return to gaming mode. There we go. I hope I entertain you as much as I entertain myself. It takes a while. Come on. It was running an update. Ay, ay, ay. Of all the timing, you know? There we go. Sorry about that. It was running an update though. Anyway. Okay, so in here what I should have, if I go back here and go to my library, I should see on non-Steam stuff. Come back. Pico-8. And play. And boom. Pico-8's there, and you can do everything that you normally would do. So I can run an update. And I can get the whips. See? And featured and everything else. So there we go. Pico-8 running on your Steam Deck. Just because.